With the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 just 100 days away, Joseph Newgarden aims for the coveted three-peat. But as we are at that century mark, we bring in the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and new president of Indy Car as well, Doug Boles, as excitement ramps up. Doug, thanks for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here. This is a big day for us, actually.
Yeah, 100 days, something that you guys have been celebrating at least over the past decade or so. What does 100 days to IndyCar mean to you guys up at IMS?
Well, it just is an opportunity to remind people that the race is just around the corner. It's really the countdown that begins now. A lot of our announcements are made. The weather starts to get better. All those things point towards the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. So you're right. We've been doing this for about a decade. We started doing this when the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500 came about, and we've just kind of kept it every year. It's been something fun for our fans to get together. It gives us an opportunity to get out in the community and out in the state. We've done some stuff with Riley Children's Hospital. We've got some stuff going on tonight with IU UCLA basketball game, and then we have fans here that enjoy, and we celebrate together and have some fireworks, and we go home, and tomorrow's 99 days.
Yeah, it truly is an entire Hoosier state coming together for something like this. Even 100 days out as the excitement builds up. You know, you talked about Riley Children's Hospital today. You had an event there. What went into that?
Well, we took some drivers down there, and we ended up enjoying some time in what they have down there called the Kid Zone, which where they bring a lot of their patients who are struggling with all kinds of medical issues, but it's a place for them to enjoy and do things that kids would do normally. And we brought race car drivers in, Firehawk, which is our mascot for the Firestone tires that we run, and just interacting with those kids and seeing the smiles on their face. I got to make some slime today. That was really fun. So it's just a really cool opportunity to give back, and it helps, I think, reset for us. It's just not always about putting on an event, but when you put on an event, how can you make a difference in the state? How can you use those events and those drivers use their platforms to make a young kid smile and give something back? So we really try and focus a little bit on community as well today.
Yeah, that's a great aspect of what you guys do and try to give back to the community. You had another event today, or going to have another event this evening at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tell us about that, a little Valentine's Day event.
So my wife isn't really excited about this is how we're going to spend Valentine's Day, but we're going to spend it with 2,000 of our closest friends, which they're race ticket holders who come to the Indy 500. It's a free event that we send out an opportunity for people to sign up for. It really sells out in about 2 hours. So fans come from all over. They come from all over the country, honestly. Most are from Indiana, and then they come in, and it's just an opportunity. We'll bring some drivers out. We'll get to interact together. They get a chance to walk around the facility, and then we do some fireworks to kick things off. And really, these are our biggest evangelists. These 2,000 people go back and tell their friends and their family. They just continue to remind people, or help us remind people, how important the 109th running of the Indy 500 is.
Yeah, and this is just the start. I'm sure people are lining up still to get tickets. Tell me about ticket sales, or what's going to go into that over the next 100 days.
Yeah, so ticket sales are really strong. I really feel good about getting ourselves to a grandstand sellout, or certainly very, very close as we move forward. The ticket sales are as strong as they've been in any year, with the exception of 2016, which was our 100th running. We actually sold out the entire venue. So feel really good about that. And as we move forward, I think like I said, we'll get close to getting ourselves maybe over that 350,000 mark.
Well, more good news for you. You've been the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway since 2013. Now you're adding another title to that, the president of Indy Car, something that is near and dear to your heart. You brought so much growth over the past 12 years or so, over $150 million in investments, including Project 100. What type of growth are you going to bring to Indy Car as well along those same guidelines?
Well, right now I'm just trying to focus on where are we today, what are the plans. We go racing in 2 weeks to kick off the NTT IndyCar Series in St. Petersburg. We'll be practicing 2 weeks from today for that race. So really focusing on the momentum that the series has gained over the last few years and trying to make sure that we take advantage of that. Working with our promoters in all the different markets where we race to make sure that they're ready and they're getting the fans out that they want to get out, making sure the on-track product is still good. But for me right now, it's a lot of a learning curve, just getting myself completely immersed into what is the NTT IndyCar Series. I've always been around the periphery of it, but now to be right in it day to day, that's a little bit of a learning curve for me. And I'm just 72 hours in, so I got a little ways to go.
Well, how much does it mean to you, though, that you are now also the president of IndyCar?
You know, I'm so fortunate and blessed to be president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and something I could have never dreamed about as a place and a facility and a race that I love so much. But it doesn't succeed without a healthy NTT IndyCar series. So the fact that I can help and be part of that and marry those two great events together, I think is really important for the long-term growth of both the Indianapolis 500 and the NTT IndyCar series. And we've got great people here, and I look forward to working alongside them and continuing to make the sport better.
All right, this is your final pitch here to all those people out there who have not gotten into racing, not gotten into IndyCar. Why should they start watching at the beginning of the 2025 season?
Well, brand new television partner who's done a great job. But the storylines, the on-track product is fantastic. The racing makes an awful lot of sense. The speeds are amazing, and I think really as Hoosiers, what's really cool about that is the cars that you see racing in other markets are the cars and drivers that run the Indianapolis 500. It's a Hoosier event. It's a Hoosier facility, and it's a great way to support something as we lead into an opportunity where the state of Indiana is on an international platform every Memorial Day Sunday because of the Indy 500. So supporting the racing the rest of the year really helps us showcase Indiana, frankly.
We are 100 days out. We are counting down to the Indy 500. The new president of IndyCar and always president of IMS, Doug Boles. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.